What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and today we're gonna do a basic guide with the Wavedash, which always makes people jizz. It looks so cool. But honestly, before making this guide I was like, this looks awesome in game. I mean honestly, you know it. This makes everyone just come immediately. Everyone in the chat is already jizzing. It looks really cool, but can you imagine someone doing that in real life? Like Conor McGregor with his next opponent, going like this? I mean, it struck me it would look so fucking stupid. But for some reason, in-game, why does this look so badass? It's like a peacock, you know, or a bird, you know, going for bird seeds like this. And it's like... How come? Why is this so cool to us? In game, but in reality it would look so stupid. Sorry, I just find that so interesting that I had to get it out there. But this is so sapa Japanese. I know multiple languages. So this is a basic guide to Wavedash. God damn it, that's hard to say. Try it yourself. Basic guide to Wavedash. So what I'll be doing here is something I do with a lot of my students. I deconstruct the Wavedash, try to give them an easy technique to work on, to build muscle memory in the wrist and fingers to be able to perform this effortlessly and most importantly with consistency. What a lot of people do is they go too quickly into trying to do this, which is, you know, a very fast Wavedash continuously. You deconstruct it. First, why do we use the Wavedash? Well, it looks really cool. Have you seen this? Oh my god! I'm jizzing. It looks really cool. That's the most important. No, not really. That's what a two-player Mishima would say, a scrub. No, I'm just kidding. Two-player Mishima, that's my club. I'm a two-player Mishima. Goddamn elitist one-player Mishima fanboys. What we use it for mostly is to close space to the opponent. A Wavedash very quickly closes the space, and you can actually prolong every Wavedash step. You know, you control the timing. If you enlarge the Wavedash, that's doing it slowly. You get, do you see how much cover, how much ground I cover with just 2 crouch dashes if I delay them? A very quick Wavedash doesn't cover ground as fast. So this is a very great tool for getting to your opponent very quickly. But the most important part of a Wavedash is, you know how Mishimas are very weak to people who sidestep, especially people who sidestep to the left? A Wavedash realigns with the opponent. With every single crouch dash, Devil Jin is going to home in on the opponent. So if someone loves to sidewalk me, I love to just wave in his face and then go while standing 2. Hell Sweep can be risky if he's doing a prolonged sidewalk, but all of these moves that are very weak to sidestep left or sidestep right, with a Wavedash, they're gonna track way more because you're realigning with every step. So that's the most important part of the Wavedash. And of course, it will, I mean, this is not something you should take into account and rely on, but obviously every crouch dash crushes a jab, you know. It high crushes. So of course that's a good thing to know. That's why we use the Wavedash basically. And now just for my deconstruction of the Wavedash, this is something I tell all my students to do. First off, what we want to do, and what I did wrong when I tried to learn the Wavedash, I wanted to do it quickly, immediately. So it was something super sloppy looking, something like this. It was basically ducking. A lot of people just want to do the cool shit immediately. This is not how you learn to do a Wavedash. You're not going to build up good muscle memory or technique. It's going to hurt you more than it helps you. So what you do first is you learn to do a crouch dash, and you learn to do it consistently and effortlessly. Every time you attempt a crouch dash, which is forward, neutral, down, slide into down forward, or you can do even a quarter circle forward, the full Hadouken motion. So forward, neutral, Hadouken. You will learn to do this effortlessly. If you fail this, try to do 10 crouch dashes in a row, like this. If you fail it even once, it's back to the drawing board, and again, put on command history and take a look at it. What are you doing wrong? It should be, as you can see here, it's forward, and then it's a quarter circle forward. Nothing else. You can look at the entire command history here, and you can see how precise my input is. All you see is forward, neutral, that's the space, and then a Hadouken. So while practicing this, if you have trouble with the crouch dash motion, put on command history, what are you doing wrong? And adjust it. And don't go towards the next step before you manage to get that accurately. A crouch dash every time you want to. Step 2. You do the crouch dash, and when he's going down, you let go into neutral, and then you tap forward. If you do this wrong, he will very slowly get up again after the crouch dash. He stays bent over, as you can see, and very slowly stands up again. If you're doing it correctly, when you do it wrong, most people are holding like this, and then going forward. If you do it correctly, that's by doing a crouch dash neutral into forward. His back will shoot up again, as you can see. Do you see how quickly his back goes up? He's just immediately in standing. You can't even see. You can barely see my crouch dash. This is the second step to learning a wave dash.
But learning every day from your channel. Also, you make me jizz from Wavedash Electrical. Hey.
Oh my god, that's the greatest compliment I've ever gotten. I make you G's. No, but thanks a lot for the donation, and thanks for the kind words. I really appreciate it. So, step 2 here, it's the exact same thing as step 1, discipline. You will be able to do this 10 times in a row, no problem, before you go to step 3. I mean, I just want to stress the fact that you learn to do these steps one at a time, because your muscle memory needs to take this one at a time. If you try to do a continuous wave dash immediately, it's going to look like jerky shit, and even when you're able to do that semi-reliably, you'll never have a perfect wave dash, because that's based on mastering the initial, crouch dash cancel. I just want to stress that. So, this is where we are right now. We're doing a crouch dash into standing, and this buffers one forward into the crouch dash buffers one forward. So when you input the forward to cancel the crouch dash, and the, Devil Jin's back goes up straight like this, if you add 2 to that forward input, you'll get forward for 2. Because the initial crouch dash buffers one forward. So with this technique, we can do a forward for 2, but be very flexible with the range. Look at this forward for 2. Whoa! You see that? I'm doing what I showed you at the start, a prolonged crouch dash into forward 2. I'm just pressing forward 2 once after this crouch dash to cancel it. This is to give forward moves enormous range. So this is just one of the purposes of the wave dash, basically, and the crouch dash. And how the crouch dash gives Mishimas endless amounts of flexibility in spacing their techniques. So I just wanted to explain that. And the next step, you've mastered this part, running like an idiot like that. You're able to do a crouch dash into forward effortlessly every time. So now we're going to step 3. After inputting that forward to get his back to go straight again, you'll input another quarter circle forward. Like so. So hopefully by this point, if you've done it with the timing I've told you, the initial motion should not feel as many separate inputs to you. It should feel like almost one input, because it's so natural to you, it's in your bone marrow, it's in your muscle memory. So this is only seen as, even though this technique, 2 crouch dashes, of many inputs, you only see this as basically doing one thing, crouch dash into standing, into a Hadouken. Hopefully now to you, this does not seem like an insurmountable, super hard execution technique, but you can overcome it. That's what happened to me. I started to take it seriously, I deconstructed it, and eventually it was like, wow. What I saw as something super complicated, forward, neutral, slide into Hadouken, into forward again, blah, blah, blah. I saw it as just one simple forward input almost, into another forward input, into another forward input. So, so with step 3, hopefully you're getting very slowly a double crouch dash. And when you've mastered that, you add another forward. So you do 2 crouch dashes and you shoot up the back again. And then you practice doing the double crouch dash into forward forward 2. Can delay it, do it slowly at first. We do it very slowly at first and methodical. From far away, 2 long crouch dashes. Then you'll increase in speed. And when this feels good, you start to do free wave dashes. And you will keep it at free. You'll practice free wave dashes. And then you will do exactly 4. Not 1 less. Not 1 more. You will do exactly 4. And you increase over time, and this is how you build a very strong, reliable, and flexible wave dash. Well, this took 12 minutes, so it was a bit longer than I thought. I just hope it made sense to everyone, and I just wanted to stress this. What a lot of people do wrong. They see a cool, super fast wave dash on a stream, and they immediately go like, oh, I'm gonna practice for wave dash, and they don't know what a disciplined crouch dash is, and they just, I can barely crouch dash, but I'm gonna do 87 crouch dashes in a row. It's just a wrong way to start. You'll never learn anything. It's gonna take 10 times longer than it should. Just break it down into the steps I gave you, and hopefully you'll see a great crouch dash and a great wave dash much quicker. This is a Swede trying to speak English. Much quicker. No, much quicker. Thanks. So I hope that made sense. Cheers.